see the light come over, no. I see myself in the pouring rain. I watch hope come over me.
It's time for This Week Waukesha. I am your host, Alderman of the Airwaves, Don Brown, coming to you live here at the Waukesha Farmers Market at the mobile offices of former Alderman Don Paul Brown. And I'm here. I got Connor back at the studio at the permanent offices of former Alderman Don Paul Brown at 217 Wisconsin Avenue in the NAMI building. Connor, how are you this morning?
I'm doing all right, Don.
Love it, love it. Right around the corner from Theodore Humans Park, where we're proud to honor our suffragette tradition. And that was my good friend Moby with South Side, and it is all about the South Side this morning because I have two very special guests. Waukesha, please say hello to Waukesha South black shirt quarterback Tak Tadioka and his teammate, the incomparable running back, linebacker, D lineman, C.J. Johnson. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good. How are you? Good. I'm doing
Fantastic. Great. Good. Hey, we also got Johnny Watermelon here. He's without the headphones here, so he'll be sharing the headphones with me. Johnny, say hi. Put your...
How you doing, folks?
All right. Love to hear it. So, hey, and also more great news, and we can announce this officially. Walk Radio, and yours truly, along with Johnny, doing color, we're going to be broadcasting Waukesha South football games on the radio here. Games at 7 o'clock every Friday, home and on the road. The broadcast will probably start at 6:30, so we'll be really excited to put these guys on the air. And we're also going to talk to folks about when you're at the game, you can also download our app so you can get the radio broadcast along with while you watch the game. So it is an honor to have these two young men. I've come to know them over the years because my son Evan's been in the football program since 5th grade, and these two have been good friends and role models to him, along with his other classmates who are juniors. And so we got some great senior leaders, and we're really excited too because these are also big Division I recruits, and there's also great D2 and D3 programs showing interest in them. And can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Definitely.
Who wants to go first?
I mean, I've been hearing from some schools, like, the recruiting process has been a little wild, a little different, because ever since COVID hit, recruiting is all slowed down a little bit, and it's kind of hard to be recruited at the quarterback position because it's only one quarterback, so they usually only take one quarterback. So
sure.
There's so many good quarterbacks out in the Midwest and in the country, and we're all fighting for just like one or two spots, right? So
yeah,
it's a little tough, but I'm hearing from some schools, some higher education schools like Cornell. I've heard a little bit from Yale. I'd love to go to Cornell. It's a great school out there. And then I have
You said Yale too?
Yeah.
Wow,
I was on the phone with them a month or two ago. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're paying attention in class then, huh, Ted?
Oh yeah, for sure. My mom would not allow it if I wasn't. She would definitely crack down on me, and she has before.
Sure.
So
yeah. Can I ask how your grades are?
They're pretty good. I have a 3.7 GPA, so I try to take pride into it. I'm not the biggest fan of school, but notebooks.
You get the work done.
Yeah. Gotta get the.
So now I know we had Coach McLean on the show. I believe it was back in June or July. But he was going to try to get you guys to come, but you guys had a special trip. I think was it Wyoming you were at?
Yeah, we're visiting Wyoming.
Yeah.
For camp.
And then, but it was also an official visit too, right?
It wasn't official. It was unofficial.
Unofficial.
But it was a good visit.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So how about you, CJ? What other? Because I know it looks like you guys are going to a lot of the same schools. Is there a lot of talk about a package deal or?
The recruiting process for me is like weird because I'm so versatile, and coaches they want to see me at different positions like fullback, defensive end, linebacker, or even that like tight end. But like to play D1 defensive end, I'm too short, so it's like I always had that against me, and Wiltz always put me there because I was just so good at it.
Talking about Coach Darnell Wiltz, the head coach.
Yeah,
Coach Wiltz, second year as head coach.
He's a good coach, and he does what's best for the team and what's best for me.
Sure.
But when he put me at defensive end, it's just like I kind of got overlooked because I'm not tall enough, I'm not big enough, but I always dominated. And Only a few D2 schools seen that, like Winona, Concordia, St.
Great program.
Paul.
Yeah.
Great programs in Minnesota. But I always had dreams of going to like a HBCU, like Alabama A&M or Alabama State University. So,
yeah, I forgot. We're talking to the Birmingham Stallion here because CJ his family's from Birmingham, where my brother Dr. Ray Brown lives. So, you would like to play maybe school in Alabama where you're from if there's a good, like is Sanford? Is that a possibility? I know that they were a Division II powerhouse for a long time.
Me and my mom, we was talking.
My brother used to be the team doctor there. So,
really?
Yeah.
Me and my mom, we was talking about like if I don't get anything good for football, I'm gonna just go to the University of Alabama for just school, and she's gonna move down there. My sister's gonna move down there and finish school down there. So just be closer with family.
Sure. Well, you got to give my good friend Nick Saban a call. I'm a Spartan like he was. We made him who he is. Michigan State. So you play that card.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure he'll give you a tryout because you know me. I wish, but hey, and I forgot because you're obviously a versatile player, and I forgot to mention that Tack is also playing free safety.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be splitting time with Evan and possibly Daniel Robinson, and we'll talk about that later. Forget that name. But what was I going to say? But I remember one game last year was our first game, and there was this receiver that was just killing us. And I looked down, and Coach Wiltz yelled, he said, "Can you take that guy?"
Yeah.
And he threw, and you went in there and you played, and you hadn't really played corner. At least you weren't practicing it, right?
No.
They just needed someone fast to stay with this kid, and you did. And you shut him down.
Yeah.
Because you're also a track star, correct? You ran track for the school.
Yeah, I wouldn't say track star, but I like to run track.
You got some wheels for sure.
I run faster though.
Yeah, CJ's faster.
No faster.
All right.
Sure.
We might have to have a race here in the farmer's market.
A little friendly competition.
I can put in the sports mode for you.
Put the Crocs in sports mode. But yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I like to run track. I mean, I run the 400, so I'm not like a straight sprinter, but
sure,
400 it's definitely one of the toughest events ever. So I like the challenge. It's definitely a mental challenge. So I like the little mental challenge, and running. It's fun. It's fun if you
sounds
you do
great.
It, right.
Yeah. Hey Connor, how are we doing on time before our first break?
We got about 6 minutes left.
I love it. Sounds great. Connor, do you have a question for our young friends here? Well, you can hold that. That's fine. Take your time.
Okay.
Connor's good people. But anyway, so we talked about, your grades are pretty good, right? That's why these schools are showing a lot of interest, right?
I'd say my grades are pretty average. I got a 3.1. I ended up slacking.
Hey. Yeah.
So much every day. My mom was disappointed in me, but at the end I had to get it together.
Sure.
And I just couldn't go out with a 2.9. That's very unacceptable to me. But having under a 3.5 is just always average. I did the bare minimum to get past, and
okay,
I got to push myself.
So you're
now.
pushing around. Yeah, that's good. Hey, and they look at senior year, so that's great. You can show that trend upward. So, and then what was I going to ask too? Is and you're also working. In fact, we got to give a shout out to your manager at where do you work again?
Firehouse Subs.
That sounds great. So,
what's Sunset?
CJ was going to leave early so he could make his 9 o'clock shift, but he told his manager that he was going to be on Walk Radio, and his manager said, "Well, then come late, finish the show, right?"
Yes, sir.
So we got to give a big shout. It's the Firehouse Subs near Waukesha, and Sunset there near Waukesha South High School. So pop in and see CJ today, and he'll make it. He's a sandwich hero there. So in addition to being a hero on the gridiron, so terrific. So first game of the season coming up on Friday. You must be excited.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Super excited.
Been waiting on this since last November.
Yeah.
So
can't wait.
I bet. And then you had a chance to scout Milwaukee Lutheran yesterday because there was a common scrimmage over at Whitnall. So you had a good look at them. And what are some of their big threats that you could see?
I could see they got some size for sure, and they got some talent at the skill positions. It's just whether they can get the ball at the skill positions, and we'll see.
So it should be a pretty good dogfight.
It should be. I think we match up well.
Sounds great. Yeah. So and just a little background. Back when there was one high school or even two high schools here, South was one of the best programs in the state. Mm-hmm. We added 2 more high schools, and you're in what is arguably the toughest conference in the whole state.
Oh, for sure.
And so the record that you guys have doesn't always reflect the caliber of the talent, which I believe, and I know from my own experience, is that you would be in the higher echelons in a lot of other conferences. So what is it that motivates you guys? Again, playing against tougher teams, not being able to win every game. What motivates you to continue, competing? And
I mean, I like to be the underdog. I always have. Being the underdog, it's fun because like just upsetting somebody or like just working hard to keep winning, keep going is just kind of what fuels me. So
sure,
it's fun to be the underdog.
And I know with Coach Wiltz now running the program and bringing in some new wrinkles, that there's also a big, there are some big culture shifts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so what are some of those specifics that you guys like that have really resonated with you?
Just being a fighter. Like Coach Wiltz, he always preach effort, and that's all he wants. So when he preached that, that's what we give him. And when we give him effort, he can fix any mistake that we make. As long as we give 100% effort.
Yeah, he said control what you can control, and the only thing you can really control right now is your effort. So,
and a lot of work on weight training too, and conditioning.
For sure, yeah.
I saw that's really kind of stepped up.
And we've been stretching a lot, so I'm pretty sure nobody will
cramp up or anything.
Knock on wood.
Fingers crossed.
That was one big win that a lot of people don't realize, unless you're really paying attention to South football, is that the number of injuries have gone down substantially because of the weight training and conditioning. Like I remember in years past, it would be like senior night, and like you'd have like 8 or 9 starters and like crutches coming out in plain clothes, saying hi to the crowd. And it's like now, like you could probably count on less than one hand the number of injuries, and there weren't really any significant injuries, correct?
Yeah,
no, just
last year,
like cramps last year. That's about it.
Cramps, maybe a concussion here or there. That's just football. So
so that's great. And like I said, those are big developments as the program grows.
For sure.
So now I know another big culture change with Wiltz is that you have practices on Sundays because Saturday, and Wiltz came from Texas where this is kind of the norm. Saturdays are dedicated to supporting youth football.
Yep.
And so you guys, you take a part in that?
Oh yeah, we love it. We love it out there. We love helping them. You remember being in those shoes, looking up to the high schoolers, so it's really fun to just see how like they look up to you, You gotta strive to do better, just so they can watch you and
sounds great.
Look up to you.
We're Connor, how are we doing on time? We got a few more seconds here?
Yeah, we got about 40 seconds left.
40 seconds. So,
Yep.
Hey, so when we come back from the break, we're going to talk a little bit more about the youth football, as well as what these guys like to do outside of football. And so lots more to talk about here with Tak Tedioka and CJ Johnson, senior stars of the Waukesha South Blackshirt program. As we get ready, their first game is just 6 days away. Don't go away. This Week in Waukesha continues. Continues, and those are my good friends, the Hot House Flowers from Ireland, giving us some Give It Up. So you'll be hearing that when we go to the next break. But we are back with CJ Johnson and Tak Tedioka, senior stars for our Waukesha South football program. And this will be your third year as starters for both of you, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So long career in the varsity program. And before we went to the break, we were talking about the youth program, and I know I was talking to Coach Wiltz the other day, and he saw one of the exciting developments is that there's 100 kids in the youth program. So that's got to make you feel pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Wiltz has stressed the youth program, and how to build the program is to build a youth program, and just it all flows, cycles upwards. So we definitely have a big class of 8th graders that Coach Wiltz's son's actually on. So they're really promising. Got a lot of talent out there, and they're excited to see them grow.
That's terrific. Yeah. So they let you do, or they kind of insist on you doing some hands-on coaching while you're there during the games and practices?
Yeah, sometimes they have a pretty good youth quarterback, and Coach Wiltz and their coach wants me to help them out a little bit, so I'll help them out every time I can get,
Sure.
Because I remember, being in his shoes, and, I think when I was an 8th grader, I think Grayson Cooley or 7th grade.
I remember Grayson Cooley,
yeah. I remember going to the field and seeing him, and I was like, just strive to be better and just be like, be a good high school quarterback like him.
That's neat. Yeah, and he was a great role model for the program. I'm glad you mentioned him. Yeah, and he was from a long line of Coolies, if I remember right, that played South football. So that's really. I remember his dad used to come and photograph the games. Had a really nice camera. So, but one question Johnny had was, what do you guys like to do outside of football?
Outside of football, I say I'm just a chill dude. I like hanging out with my friends a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
I'm like CJ too. I don't really like to do too much. I'm pretty football driven. I like going to the field and stuff. But outside of football, chilling with my family, my friends. I'm pretty introverted sometimes, so I just
sometimes there's nothing to really do besides football. So it's just like
especially when it gets to August, it's like you're straight football. So there's nothing really else.
I love it.
That's when you fall in love with football. And it's like, wow, this is not a job. This is actually like a dream.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dream come true. Like
just love to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just waking up every day, going to football practice.
Yeah, and again, I know it's a ways off, and the next hurdle for you guys is college, but is playing on Sundays a possibility? Is that something you think about or you're serious about?
I pray every night.
Yeah?
Pray every night. Yeah. Stay happy and play in the NFL. My two goals right there.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
That's terrific. So, well, it's nice, too, because there's also, I know a young man who's playing pro football in Germany.
Yeah, there's opportunities everywhere.
He's living the dream, and it's obviously not an NFL salary, but and he's a smaller guy. He played Division III ball at Ripon, but he is he's living the dream because he's still playing football into his mid-20s and loving it. And he got selected for an all-star team there, and it was kind of what they did is they had a USA against, I think, Europeans or something like that as their kind of their Pro Bowl, but he's loving the dream. And do you guys see yourselves coaching someday? Like, then this is a long time, and like when you're in your 40s and 50s, or
most definitely, I'd love to coach. One of my dream jobs would probably be like coaching at the college level, for sure. Like being a quarterback's coach at the college level or an offensive coordinator, because I feel like I have a pretty well football-minded drive, so I'd love to get on the coaching staff and just it would be real cool because a lot of coaches have helped me, so I'd love to keep helping other young football players.
I don't think I'll be a good coach because you could be a great football player but a horrible coach.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's
very
just
true.
Sure.
And I don't want to be that coach to make somebody hate the game. I'd rather just be that outsider watching everybody develop and get better.
Could you see yourself doing broadcasting though, or?
No.
So, I can see you, CJ. You got a big personality. I can see it.
Yeah. So, or maybe
I gotta really be in the mood for it though.
Or youth camps maybe.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So, keeping the young guys interested. So.
I can be around for a split moment, but if I'm around too long, it dies down a little bit.
Sure. So here we're going to ask this this question. We have to skate around carefully because we're not sure if it's supposed to be a big. But I know you had 2 last-minute additions to the roster.
Oh yeah.
And do you feel comfortable talking about?
I mean, I don't know if we should drop names or anything, but I feel like they're just very talented kids, and they've helped Waukesha South as a community a lot. They led some other sports teams. I'm not going to name anything, but very, very 2 great talented athletes and just explosive athletes that will help us, in the long run. I mean, we added those 2 to our receiving core. Our receiving core right now is looking pretty scary. It's scary how much talent we have right now.
Sure.
All I got to do is just get the ball in their hands, let them make plays, let them make me look good, and
love it. So
it will be great.
Sounds great. So in addition to these 2 as well, you have some guys. Because how many did you lose to graduation last year in terms of starters?
Starters on the receiving core?
Just overall lineup.
Overall, I'd say probably like 8 or 9.
Okay.
Maybe not even.
Sure.
I mean, we lost three senior O linemen.
Okay.
And then we lost Dylan and Eli.
Sure.
And then we lose Tony on defense.
Gian at running back.
Yeah, Gian. So a few, but
we also had Seth and Tyler Castone also.
Yeah, we had some, and Quincy Thomas.
Thomas.
So around 8 to 10 seniors we lost. Some key players, but I mean, I feel like with the young, we had some young players starting and playing, getting good playing time as sophomores. So they'll fill into the positions pretty well.
The hardest one to fill is Andrew Barron.
Oh yeah, Miss Andrew Barron.
He was a straight role model leader. He helped me and elevate my game. Yeah. With him on the side of me, I knew everything was going to be all right. That's the type of captain he was.
Yeah, he was a great captain.
Where's he going to school?
I think he's going to Whitewater.
Is he? Okay. He's going to play football too?
No, I don't think he is. I think he's going into I want to say business. I'm not sure though.
Okay, sounds great. Connor, how are we doing that time?
got about 2 minutes left.
2 minutes, okay,
Yep.
perfect. So, well, great. Who would you say is going to be, and this is going to, Johnny wrote this question, and it may sound like a silly question. Who do you think will be your toughest game on the schedule this year, or games?
Toughest game? I'd probably say McGuanago, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hype on McGuanago right now.
Sure.
Great program. They're very established,
Yeah.
I mean,
They can pound the rock on anybody, but
yeah. They got some boys.
if we stay
big boys.
disciplined, watch the ball, watch our guards,
Yeah.
we can get everything we want.
I remember you guys were up 14-0 on them last year.
Oh, yeah,
You had them shaking in their boots there for a
Yeah,
while.
And
so.
we fell apart.
Yeah.
That's
So,
one
but-
thing we got to do. We got to be able to finish,
Sure.
Can't play a quarter or a half.
Well, you're jumping back to my earlier question, because you've got some guys stepping up and filling some of those spots that have been vacated by graduation. And you feel pretty good about the horses you have in those.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Especially on defense. Defense
Yeah.
is like, I have so much trust in our D-line because the way Will's built our D-line is just like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He turned it all around. It went from being kids that are like 6'2", 190 to kids you would never expect to be at Waukesha South High School.
Yeah.
They got bigger, huh?
We got Evan Marks and Shaden Welty at ends.
Yeah.
Caleb Holman and
Sounds great.
is it
You got
Jacoby?
30 seconds.
Jacoby
That's
Krill.
all. Jacoby
Thanks,
Krill,
Hunter. Yeah, love Jacoby Bar and Krill, man. I've watched him grow, too.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to talk more about this year's team when we come back from the break, as This Week in Waukesha continues with Tak Tadioka and C.J. Johnson, senior black shirt stars and leaders, talking about this year's fall campaign. Don't go away. That's my dearly departed friend David Bowie with Suffragette City, where we are proud to honor the suffragette tradition here in Waukesha. So, did you guys turn 18 yet?
No, I'll turn 18 September in a month, right?
All right, so you'll be able to vote in November. So
Yeah,
be
yeah.
sure to exercise your right to vote.
I turned
So-
18 in October, so.
Same thing, yeah. CJ. So we'll be showing you how to register to vote, and big primaries last week. We know our Sarah Rodriguez, who was on the show, won her primary. So congratulations to her, and we look forward to having more candidates on in the fall before the election, and from both parties, so we all kind of get a taste of who's out there and what they're all about. But what we're all about right now here is our black shirt football program with our two stars, 3-year starters, seniors, Tak Tadioka and C.J. Johnson. And before the break, we were talking about different positions. We were talking about Jacoby Bar and Krill, who's going to be playing D-tackle, right? And he's
Yes,
really
sir.
bulked up. He's gotten a lot bigger. And who else do we have on the D-line here?
Well, our backups are pretty good, but we have Shaden Welty, Evan Marks, Caleb Holman.
Big Daddy. I remember,
Yeah.
Caleb grew up with Evan in the program. So is did you say Evan Marks is going to be on the line?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
defensive
okay.
end.
It's huge.
Okay, because I knew he played some
Yeah.
linebacker last
Yeah.
year. He was a beast on linebacker.
for
So, but
sure.
now you're putting him on the
He's
line,
just like-
so
he's crazy strong when you got him and Shaden.
and quick and fast too,
They're
right?
just fast and big, so.
Well, that's great. Now, what about on the other side of the ball with O-line?
O-line. We have some kids step up. We got Logan Dable.
Center, right?
Logan Dable, yeah, real
Yep.
smart. Not the biggest
Yeah.
O-lineman, but he's
strong.
smart,
Yeah.
strong, knows what he's doing. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes that's half the battle, just knowing what you're doing and
Yeah.
just getting to the
And
right spot.
He's got that football DNA.
Oh, he's football, yeah, football kid for sure.
Sure.
So, yeah, the O-line looks pretty good. Who's our returner from Caleb, obviously, been playing.
He'll be playing both ways then?
Yeah, he'll be playing both ways.
Good. He is really shaped up too. Like I watch him in the workouts, and he's come a long way. Like in the running drills at the end, he's really conditioned himself, and very proud of his progress.
I mean, yeah, when we were in two-a-days, I would see him. We would have a 30-minute break right to rest. He would put his headphones in and keep running, just keep the cardio up. So
He just do up downs for fun.
Yeah, I
Just,
mean,
like, watch him.
it was it's good to see the work ethic like that. So
Sure.
from your O lineman, it's always good to see. Great to
kid.
see.
All heart too. So
for
that's
sure.
terrific. So, and now with you in the backfield, I know CJ will be your tailback.
Yep.
And what will be other who else is in the rotation?
We got a bunch of good running backs. We got Justin Geezy will also be playing
prime
there.
time.
Yep.
Will he be? Will you guys ever have him like at fullback too? Because I knew
Oh yeah, we have like a
Because
package.
I know CJ's played fullback, right? Yeah.
We have a package where we have CJ and Geezy at fullback, and then we have Isaiah Dunlap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember
Dunlap,
Isaiah. Yeah.
yep.
So
He's-
is Isaiah going to play some linebacker too?
Oh yeah, linebacker
Great.
and running back.
When I first saw him play in 6th grade, he really showed me something on defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really hope to see him doing some linebacker. And I know I'm jumping around here a lot, but
He has that warrior mentality.
yes.
Yeah, he really does.
And who will also be playing linebacker with him then? Because there'll be you. Like
Me, Geezy, Ryan Zelestera, who's a newcomer.
Okay.
He just joined football this year, but he's picking
wow.
up everything.
What year is he?
He's in my grade. He's a senior.
Oh wow. Okay, nice. Did he transfer from another school? Or
No, he
just picked it up.
He's a really smart kid.
Real smart kid.
36 scored an ACT.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Ryan? What's his last name?
Zylstra.
Zylstra. Okay.
Yeah. He was in all my AP classes. Sat right next to him every time.
Wow, that's a great story.
Real smart kid though. Yeah, he's
Okay.
picking it up. He's picking it up too.
Yeah,
So-
he can come hit you.
Fantastic. Yeah.
He might not know how to tackle, but he can come hit you, and you will feel it.
Sounds great. So, Johnny, we're going to have a lot to talk about here when we're broadcasting these games, but you were going to tell me something, too, about we're going to have another new sponsor for the football games. Who was that again, Johnny? Here, get close to me, babe. What? Come on, Johnny. Don't be afraid. Replacement Window Center, Wisconsin is going to be one of our new sponsors. TJ Stout, whose nephew and godson, Evan Stout, will be playing there on the defense and some offense. So really excited that they're supporting the radio broadcast for South football. So now we're going to jump back again to the offense. That receiving core, you got quite a few guys. I know there's like Tyler Thrill Williams.
Tyler Williams, Trey. We got Trey Carter.
Trey Carter.
Stepped up from last year. Last year he transferred in. Was it last year he transferred
Was
in?
that
last year?
Yeah,
Okay.
last year he transferred in from.
Nice.
He came from Minnesota.
Oh, wow.
So played football over there.
Sure.
He's probably one of the most naturally just athletically talented people, like raw.
Yeah.
I've
Sure.
probably one I've ever seen. So he's transformed
That's
great
terrific.
and just
Sure.
looks like a great receiver right now.
And
He's
who
got
else
some
is
speed.
there in the receiving core?
Evan Stout for sure at the X at the wideout.
Okay.
And then who else do we have? Tyler.
We got Tyler,
And
Chris.
Chris
and
Flowers.
Chris
right?
Flowers,
Yeah.
and
Christian. We have a kid who transferred from. He was in Florida. He was at North.
Wow. Okay.
And then he went down to Florida, and now he's
Came back.
back.
Yeah.
So, and then we have Gabe Lascano. Real
Yeah, I
good.
love
slot.
Gabe. That's Gabe's gonna
Yeah.
do some slot. Yeah.
So.
He's tough. I like that. He's a war. And Gabe's on defense too, right?
Oh yeah. He loves to hit.
Linebacker, or strong safety.
Strong safety coming
Okay.
down from strong safety.
Terrific.
Loves to hit.
So great. Now, D backfield we haven't gotten to yet. I know we talked about the free safety. What about the other spots? Who's our guys?
Hey, Miss Buntman.
Hey, we got some friends here.
Yeah.
All right.
favorite teacher right here.
Is this part of the South faculty?
Yep.
Yeah. Tell us their names.
This is Miss Buntman right here.
Miss
She was
Buntman,
my.
all right.
I have honors geometry. Yep.
Honors geometry.
Freshman year.
That's terrific.
the best math
How's TAC
teacher.
as a student? She said very good. I love it. I love
Love to hear
So-
it. Love to hear it.
Will you be coming to the games on Friday? Will you be available? Or I know you got a young family here, so. But now you can listen on the radio. We're gonna be broadcasting their games, so we'll show you. Johnny's gonna show you how to download the app, or you can just tune in 540 AM or 101.FM, and there's a new addition to the family here. It looks. Or no, how old?
Just turned 1.
Just turned 1. All right. Well, happy birthday, belatedly. Now, is this a future black shirt football player? Or are we leaning more in another
Tennis, right?
tennis? Yeah.
He's a cross country coach, so.
Oh, fantastic! I chased rabbits for a season. That's a good sport. So a noble undertaking.
He wants to do that.
Sounds great. Well, terrific. So we're the gentlemen are here promoting the upcoming football season, their home opener next Friday, and as well as all the other great things they do in the classroom and in the community. So
Yep. Crazy coming up.
So it's neat. You know, there's so many great faculty at Waukesha South. I know you guys watch the show regularly. You know, we had the esports team on celebrating their state championship, and their teacher coach. And he's a wonderful guy, and I've heard so many great things about him, and just the support that all of you do for these young men and women is very very commendable. So really proud to be part of the
They make it
the South tradition. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you. That's terrific. So, all right. Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Enjoy the farmers market. Yeah.
We only make it easy.
We
for you also.
are. Yep. They're waving to the kids. We are at the farmers market. I keep forgetting that. A lot of great things. The guys were just noticing how nice the flowers look. They're going to pick some up, I think, for their moms or their girlfriends. And and I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out Tax Mom Jamie for putting this together. And she's essentially the team mom, correct?
Yeah.
So
yeah, she runs all the, like, if we need food or something, or like we're setting up a youth camp that the players need to be at, or gets all the fat heads to be in the student section or whatnot, or in the crowd. So
sure.
Yeah, orders all that stuff.
And that leads another good question Johnny wanted was, how do people support the South football program or the South athletic program? And I know your mom is like one good point of contact. And is there someone like at the school they would would that be Regina Walter?
Regina Walter, yeah,
the
she's
team
the
secretary.
she's like the football what is it?
I like that, football operations.
Yeah, football operations director.
Like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Where we can buy merchandise.
Yeah, Johnny's he's dying to buy some South merchandise because he's going to give me that Freedom Irish sweatshirt.
Yeah, so
I think it's Mrs. Marks who get them.
Mrs. Marks.
Yep, it's Chris Marks.
Chris Marks does the merchandise. So
and
then you can go on the Black Shirt Twitter page, Black Shirt Football Twitter page, and there should be a link to the merchandise. So if you would love to buy that, support us.
Yeah.
Rep some merch.
Connor, how are we doing that time, my friend?
We got about a minute and a half.
All right. So, hey, Connor, do you have any eligibility left? I know you just turned 21, but can you still play high school or?
No.
I know Connor was a great shortstop in baseball
really?
growing up. Yeah.
I actually was better at center field.
What's that?
I was better at center field.
Better at center field. Okay.
But
Well, that sounds great.
I love baseball.
Yeah, Tack was a baseball player at one time, right?
Yeah, I played all the way up until high school.
Yeah. And both of you guys played buckets when you were younger, I heard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Basketball wasn't my thing.
Yeah, we're gonna come back for our senior year though.
I was going to say you could reciprocate.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we can't talk about that. But sounds terrific. So before we go to break, though, we mentioned your. We wanted to again big shout out to your mom, Jamie, and
my mom,
your dad,
and my dad.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Tedioka.
So you got it. So and I know CJ's got a lot of family that come. Anyone you want to shout out? Before we go to the break?
Shout out to my mom, Rashida Cunningham, my dad, Fernando Johnson.
Love it.
Two legends.
Two legends.
In the making.
That sounds terrific. So, well, fantastic. So, well, Connor, I guess we're going to take that break now.
Yeah.
And then when we come back, more to talk about with Tack Tadioka and CJ Johnson of the South Black Shirt Football Program. Do not go away. This Week in Waukesha continues.
An older brother who just
He can move the pill, though.
so
For sure.
just growing up in my household, it was either you're tough or you're soft, and I didn't want to be soft because the soft one always got picked on, and I'm not the one to get picked on. So, and given my siblings are all like bigger than me, taller than me, so
Sure.
I always had to like fight for survival.
Hey, and I just got, if I could just cut in, I just got a text from the president of the Boosters, Melissa Brown, wishing you both good luck. Yeah, I was hoping to have her here to say hi personally.
Shout out to the president too.
I was gonna, shout out to her, but I was gonna kiss a guest on the show, and you know, she's my wife, so that was good. We were gonna really kind of break some. But she also wanted to remind everybody that one of the big fundraisers Johnny wants to know how to support South football is the mattress sale on September 10th. We might be the only high school in the state that does this, and you're like, a mattress sale, but they raise a lot of money selling mattresses. 10% of the population buys a new mattress every year.
Yep.
and you figure in a town of 70,000 people, boy, if you got just of that 10%, if you just got a small percentage, that's a good, so a great fundraiser. So that takes place at Waukesha South on Saturday, September 10th. So keep that, mark that on your calendars if you're in the market for a new mattress. And I got a feeling Johnny Watermelon might be. So.
Yeah, we'll be out there waving the signs around on every corner. And
You might see somebody in a mattress.
yeah,
Sounds good,
mattress uniform.
We already got our signs up in our yard, so it's starting. The word's starting to get out. So appreciate that text from my sweet Melissa. So, but speaking of sweet, like what else do we have to talk about on this team? Now, you guys run basically. It's like an RPO style, like a spread offense, RPO. And so in some ways, you're kind of like a point guard, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you're
pretty much just facilitating, right? Coach Wiltz stresses like getting the ball to the playmakers. So we got a lot of talent, a lot of speed, a lot of kids that like are really athletic. So we're just gonna get the balls to the playmakers and let them do the work.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we have some of the best athletes in the conference. I feel like sometimes it doesn't show because of the scoreboard or whatever. But I feel like we'll definitely change that around by using our athletes. Definitely a lot better this year. So
yeah, and that's got to be hard when, like I said, you've got a lot of talent out there, but spreading that ball around, like how do you manage that, or how do is it, like I said, is it just kind of spur, like
it's just kind of really
trusting your instincts?
Yeah, trusting your instincts for the moment. I mean, you got to read the defense. I mean, one day some kid his route will be open 5 times. Someday he'll never be open. So you just got to spread the ball, read the defense, and it'll fall where it should be. So.
Sounds great. So, and what's a typical defense you guys face? Is it like a 5-2 or?
In the Classic A, usually a 4-3, 5-2.
4-3.
Yeah, 4-3. Usually a 4-3.
Rarely we get like a 3-4.
Yeah, rarely we see an odd front. So
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, in the Classic A, it's no joke.
Sure.
Big linebackers, big DNs. You walk up to the line, you can barely see over the line. So
yeah,
it's Classic A football. So
sure.
it's gonna be no joke for sure.
Yeah. So it sounds like it's gonna be pretty balanced on both sides of the ball. I know CJ was getting really excited about the defense, and we also have to mention your defensive coordinators. Mm-hmm. You got Coach Stillman on the offense, who is also a South alumnus. I think he's in the Hall of Fame for the school.
Yeah, holds the record for most INTs in a season. 7.
That's awesome.
7 picks in a season.
Yeah, so that's exciting. And then you have Coach McLean as your defensive coordinator.
Gotta love Coach
who was on the
McLean.
show. Yeah. So, and a great story about him having been coached by Leslie Frazier in his college career. So I thought that was really neat. What kind of defense is that going to be for? Is it like a 4? Is it a 4? I think you said like a 4-4 or like
4-5.
4-5. Yeah, we got the 5 nickel package out there. So
nice. That
5
sounds
DBs.
Great. Yeah.
Use the speed. Put our best athletes on the field.
Sure.
Center of the defense around CJ. I mean, we need him flying sideline to sideline. So
sure. And so in your role as a free safety, do they kind of allow you to be like a rover back, or?
I'm pretty much just overseeing the field. I mean, we obviously have our set coverages and everything, but I'm overseeing the field, just like kind of turning everything. I kind of just turn everything back to CJ because I mean I don't want to be making 20 tackles a game. That's all CJ.
Yeah.
So
sure.
And if it's not me, it's Justin Geezy.
Yeah.
Justin Geezy.
Prime time. Sweetie Geezy. Love it. Surprised his parents haven't stopped by yet. They must be running a little late. Might have been a long night for them last night. Maybe they're hanging out with Johnny. So, but Johnny, he wants to ask a lot of tough football questions, and he wants to know if you guys have a prediction for the opening game, a score.
I mean, I think.
And I liked CJ's response to that earlier when we were kind of prepping for this. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, I said I don't want to give a prediction because last time I gave a prediction the game was too close.
That's right. And what were you going to say, Tack?
I mean, I'm thinking offense is going to score a lot of points, and our defense is pretty good. So I think we should win by a pretty good margin. But I mean, I don't want to disrespect the Milwaukee Lutheran or anything, but I think we just got our talent. But like CJ said, we got to stay humble. I mean, last year we came into the game, first game, thinking a little too much highly of us ourselves. So
and Johnny, for your benefit, that first game ended on a Hail Mary with no time left, like 1 second left. And you aired it from 55 yards out.
55 yards out, yeah.
Yeah, and it was, and the senior receiver, Dylan Gutenberger, he caught it. It was off of a deflection.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It's just and the whole place just erupted. It was a great way to start the season. So, I mean,
one of the coolest moments I've ever had in the football, for sure.
That was exciting. So, and then same thing against when they beat North in the crosstown game against North. they lined up this beautiful Hail Mary where they had everybody going to the center and looking up as if the ball were in the air. And then one receiver ducked out to the corner. He caught what would have been the winning touchdown, but it was called back because of a holding call.
Yep.
And then the next play, the quarterback stepped over the line, and the game was. And then you guys shut him down in the end zone.
Yep.
But that was a heck of a game because you guys were down late in the game. And you had
2 possessions.
Yeah. Vinny Mahalos had that big interception.
Yep.
Before that, you threw that bomb to Dylan from that was probably
Yeah, it was an 80-yard play or something.
yeah, that was a heck of a game. And so you'll be playing both Waukesha teams on the road this year, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Yep. So, and I don't know how, we were at North last year and we're going back there again, so I don't know how that all works out. Usually it's you alternate home fields, but you excited about those games, going back to North and then playing out at West, or would you rather have them at home?
I'm excited about those games.
Yeah.
This season, I'm just taking one game at a time because last year it seemed like we got too overwhelmed with other games coming up and we couldn't focus on the week ahead.
Yeah.
And we just get killed that week because we pay too much attention on a different team.
Yeah, and it's like I said, every team in this conference is tough. So
yeah, there's no
you can't look ahead. Yeah. So
gotta really focus.
Take it week by week.
That's true.
And just have fun.
Yeah. So 1 week left before the first game, and Tack was talking about this earlier. It's going to be a pretty intense week of practices and training, getting ready for that first game, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So any specifics that you'll be working on, or anything that
probably,
or just a lot of repetition?
Just a lot of repetition, a lot of get everything down. I mean, it's going to be our first game week, so we're going to get the system down of how we prepare each game. So I mean, it'll be fun.
That sounds great. So, and Tack and CJ, they're going to help us going out, showing the teammates, their parents, how to download. We'll do it right now. Is if you go to your Apple Store on your Apple phone, and you look for Devil Radio. That's the mothership. The parent company is Civic Media, but that hasn't. We got to develop that app still. But if you download Devil Radio, and the guys are doing it right now, and once it's downloaded, when you open it up, you have a choice of 4 stations now because the company's buying more stations.
Right.
That's the one. Yep, that's right, CJ. And so the icon, the logo is a yellow. There's a devil with headphones and a yellow fiery background. But when you get to the app, once you open it, you'll see Walk Radio and our red, white, and blue, branded logo. Choose that. And so while you're at the game or wherever you are, if you're CJ's coworkers at Firehouse Subs, you can check out the game while you're working, and including the manager. Thank him again for letting you stay late. And it'll be a lot of fun while you're watching the game to have the broadcast going on. Just like the old timers used to do at the Packer games with their transistor radios. So this has been exciting. So in the time we have left, what are some of your goals for senior year? And we got football down. We talked about grades. What are some other things you'd like to achieve or knock out before you graduate?
I don't really know. CJ, what about you?
I have a lot. I just want to be that man. I want to go back to freshman year, just have my freshman year over again. Freshman year is I made every tackle. I was just a beast. I'd say I had 100-some tackles.
Because that year you played with LJ, right?
Yeah.
Was he on that team? Yeah. I remember you guys are beasts. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for if we're talking about the senior year as a whole, outside of football, I mean, I just want to be definitely high honor roll again. I take a lot of pride in that. I mean,
sure.
My mom pushed me with the grades and everything. So high honor roll, just be a leader in the school. Just be a good example to the kids. There's some little kids that look up to me in the youth program, right? Gotta just be a good role model.
Sure. Like Grayson Cooley was to you.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. So, Johnny, you got a question for the guys?
I just would like to know what's the most fun you've ever had without laughing?
Without laughing.
The most fun I ever had without laughing is me trying not to laugh when Coach Wiltz is yelling at somebody.
Yep, I can agree with that.
When Coach Wiltz is snapping on somebody, you can't laugh. It's so funny, but I try so hard not to laugh because I'm the captain, and knowing him, he might get mad at me and just swing something at me, so I don't want to.
You got 30 seconds,
crossfire.
Yeah, and if me and CJ were to make eye contact during those situations, we just bust out laughing. So
I try so hard to not look at Tack and.
Yeah. That's a great answer. Yep. Connor, how are we doing on time, friend?
20 seconds now.
About 20 seconds. Well, hey, Tack Tedioka, CJ Johnson, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Listen to these guys play on the radio, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.